All right, GLB Lil Cash, what's the deal?
What's up, man?
Not much. How you been? You been all right?
Yeah, I've been good. Good. Staying out the way.
So that's what's up. All right, so I feel like I probably first heard you like maybe around, I'm not sure, 6-7 months ago, something like that.
Probably when I dropped Streets Raised Me.
Yep. So just first, since this your first time here, let's take it back to where you from and what your childhood was like growing up.
Shit, I'm from Midtown area. The projects, they call them the Freedoms and shit. Around down the street from the Brewsters, Jeffrey Project, all that shit, all like that. Shit, childhood, I grew up playing football and shit, for real. I played for a team called the Chargers and shit. They was right across the street from the projects and shit.
Okay, this like the PAL League?
Yeah, PAL League.
Okay.
This is D team 2011 and shit. Nigga, it was crazy how I started playing football. I was on the porch. I seen my mans walking to practice. I'm like, where you about to go? I didn't know he was going to practice though. He's like, I'm about to go to football practice. I asked my mama, like, can I go to football practice? Can I go with him? She like, yeah. I just went up there and shit. I could play. I never tried that shit, none of that.
I ain't never I didn't play two-hand touch in the street, but I ain't never played football. Like
Football.
I ain't gonna lie, from an early age, I seen niggas getting hit and I ain't never wanted to do that shit.
That shit sound funny, but I like that shit.
But that's what every nigga I know that play football say. Like it just be a thing that niggas had. So what position did you end up playing?
Shit. To be honest, I was playing everything, but my main position was running back and slot. I played defense too, corner, safety, shit like that.
Okay.
I played with the Chargers all the way up to 18. 18, I had ended up going to the Cubs.
Okay.
Went to the West Side Cubs and shit.
I'm about to say, now I never played football, but I always heard of the Cubs.
They cheated.
That's all I ever heard about it.
Hell yeah.
So I guess let me ask you this. When you was on the team, was you the right age?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
I was actually younger, if I was saying. I was, 13, 14, some shit like that, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that shit wasn't going on when I came playing for them. I ain't gonna lie. But it was big niggas. I understood why niggas say that. Niggas was big as hell. Like 13, 14, 6'3", 250.
Okay. I know they had a little legacy of just like sending players to big schools and shit.
Hell yeah.
Was it so around that time? Was you really like on football? Like that was your shit?
Yeah,
that's what you was.
That's all I was out. I was focused on football and shit. I had shit after the Cubs. I went to River Rouge.
Okay.
Started playing for River Rouge and shit. We won the state championship and all that. High school, I was at UPSM, Prep Science and Math. I was there 9th grade and shit. But the football team was horrible, if I'm saying. I told you I was focused on football. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just about to go back to PAL and play one more year of PAL because I had another year left of PAL.
Mm. So
I'm about to go play another year in PAL and shit to try to, if I'm saying, get more coaches on my ass and shit and go to a better school. At this time, like, my mama knew I was taking it serious, but she didn't really know, if I'm saying, how this football shit went. She thought I could just go to any school, if I'm saying, and play and shit. That shit wasn't like that, though. So I ended up playing another year in PAL and shit. And nigga, I went crazy. I was going crazy the whole time in PAL, but my last year I went crazy for sure with the Cubs. And the Cubs, like you said, you get more recognition. Like a lot of niggas, if I'm sitting there and shit, they got more plugs and shit than my old team had.
Mm-hmm.
So shit, everybody, if I'm saying, see me. And the Cass Tech coach, King coach, and the River Rouge coach all came up there and shit. They were trying to get me to play for them and shit. Rouge ended up coming to my crib, telling mama all this shit. They had buses and shit. They come get you from the crib and shit. So I ended up going there, me and all my boys and shit. Going there and shit. At 10th grade, I left Prep.
Okay.
I went there 10th grade and shit. And then shit, after playing for the football team, we won the state championship my 11th grade year and shit. We won back and shit, but they lost and shit. But we won. We beat Muskegon, the #1 team in the state.
Okay. So at what point did you start to? Cause I mean I didn't play sports in high school, but I feel like it's some point where you realize like, all right, I don't know if the league finna work. Let me Did you get to that point?
What's crazy was I actually went to college for the shit.
Okay.
I had with the Ferris State, 2020 and shit, 2 years ago. I went there, like, it was slipping because I was getting in trouble, like, 11th, 12th grade, like, suspended and shit, so I'm missing hella games and shit. I'm getting to it with the coaches, almost fighting with the coaches, all that shit. So that shit started fucking me up, started fucking my playing time and shit up. So I'm really like, fuck this shit, fam. I got in my head like, fuck this shit. But like, I ain't say fuck it all the way. I ain't stopped playing and shit. So I ended up getting in school and shit, going to fairs. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was different. That shit was different. Like, nice.
As far as football or just the school part?
The school shit, fam. I'm saying, like, school shit was never a problem, but I didn't pay attention that much. Like, I wasn't really fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? But it was never, I knew how to do everything and shit. But that college shit, then it was 2020, the pandemic, so it was fucking online. I'm up there in my dorm, all my classes online. I ain't had not one class, you know what I'm saying, in person. So I'm in my dorm every day just getting high and shit. The football team wasn't practicing at that time and shit because it was COVID. So, nigga, you know what was going on. 2020, it was so much going on. Everybody getting money and shit. I fucked around and just stopped going to that shit. Ended up driving to the crib. Fuck that shit.
Okay. So at that point, were you already doing music?
Yeah, I was playing, like, I started fucking with the music the 8th or 12th grade. I started playing around, just making little songs, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, fucking with it. I'm just making little songs. Bro and them at the studio, I'm just going with them, making some little shit. But it wasn't ass, but it wasn't nothing that could find be dropped and shit, you know? So.
Like, you wasn't even thinking about dropping it?
Yeah, I'm just playing around with that shit.
Okay. All right, so at what point did you get to the point like, no, I wanna put out some music? That's after you left Ferris?
I actually put something out. I wanna say between the summertime and me going to Ferris. I had ended up putting something out, but it ain't. I'm thinking like, cause I know everybody and shit, everybody fuck with me and shit. I'm thinking like, this bitch about to go, I'm saying, crazy. I drop it, but it ain't do how I thought it was gonna do and shit. So I got to thinking like, fuck that shit too. I ain't gonna lie, fuck this shit too. This shit ain't what I thought. Then I'm like, I just kept fucking with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just kept being around niggas. Like I said, all my niggas was rapping and shit. So I just kept fucking with that shit, and I ended up liking something I could drop. Everybody's telling me drop that shit, which it was the streets raised me shit.
Okay.
So I'm like, fuck it, I just gave that shit a try after I left Ferris though.
No, I fuck with that song, like, streets raised me, mama raised me too, like,
yeah.
That's a line right there. Okay, so when you like you putting songs together, when you finally made that, do you think it came from like the other people telling you that song was it, that gave you that made you fuck with it again?
I think it was that, but I was still like fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? I was just in my head thinking like, I just gotta drop some hard shit, you know what I'm saying? Something they can feel, you know what I'm saying? Just pay attention, you know what I'm saying? Catch their eyes, so. That's what I was thinking, you know what I'm saying, for real. I ain't never really, I said fuck it, because he ain't do what I wanted to do, but I'm like, shit, I can find, you know, some harder shit, do some harder shit.
Okay. And from the beginning, were you getting beats from JC? Or how was it when you first would start?
The beats for JC, yeah, that shit was for the beginning, because I already knew JC, you know what I'm saying, we from the same hood and shit.
Okay.
I knew he did beats, and he was hard at that shit. I was really just getting him off YouTube and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I know, bro, it ain't gonna be no problem and shit. It wasn't no problem and shit, so that's what I really started off doing, JC beats from the top, because I knew he was the only nigga I knew doing beats at that time and shit.
Okay. And yeah, I know, like he fuck with your music a lot. Like when I interviewed him, like he like on camera and off camera, like he was talking about you a lot, talking about your music.
Hell yeah. shit was crazy was like how we really locked in. Like I said, like this was my brother early before, but like locked in on the music tip. I had hit him like before I dropped Streets Raised Me. I had hit him up like shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to take this rap shit serious. You know what I'm saying? I want you to fuck with me on this shit. Like I know you got the, you know what I'm saying, the alpha music. You know what I'm saying? You in the music shit. He the only nigga at that time that I knew. You know what I'm saying, was in the music shit. I ain't really know nobody else at that time and shit. So he told me like shit. When I see you taking it serious, I'ma fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And shit, he ended up seeing me taking that shit serious. Being in the studio and shit.
Okay, so when you would say you was like at the point where you feel like you was taking it serious, how often are you in the studio? Like how much you really?
I feel like shit. It got its times, like you know what I'm saying. At certain point in time, it be certain shit going on. So it could be a time 1 week I'm in that bitch all week. It can be a week I'm in that bitch probably at all. Be a week I'm in that bitch twice. You know what I'm saying. So it's really, I don't know.
I feel like you get that balance between living life and getting shit to rap about.
Yeah, like I feel I still gotta get more serious, you know what I'm saying, and dropping and shit, you know what I'm saying, doing actually real shit. But like you said, life, you know what I'm saying, be going on.
Yeah.
All the music gotta go on hold.
And growing up in Detroit, life something that hit a lot of niggas hard.
Hell yeah.
And it's a lot of lessons that people gotta learn, like growing up pretty fast. So what would you say is one lesson you had to learn growing up in Detroit?
Shit, growing up in Detroit, you can't trust everybody. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, ain't really who you think they is. For real. Cause like you said, growing up in Detroit, that shit crazy. Like, your family, you know what I'm saying, your niggas, anybody that be ready to turn against you on a split second. So trust for real.
Okay. All right, so if it was, so when you just listening to music, who the people that you listening to the most?
Shit, I'm listening to my niggas first. You know what I'm saying, me and all my niggas for shop band, them all day and shit. Even if I ain't playing my shop band, that shit.
I'm about to say, let the people know who.
Shit, got my nigga GLB Lin, you know what I'm saying, GLB Lil, GLB Cash. You got all my ITG niggas. ITG Lil ITG Chulo, ITG Scant, ITG 3, you know what I'm saying? It's GLB ITG. But besides that, shit, I be listening to a lot of local niggas too. Shit, industry niggas. The local niggas, shit, I fuck with Lil Bro. You know what I'm saying? Stacks, all them niggas. I fuck with my nigga Miajayc, you know. You know who he is?
Yeah, I interviewed him.
Yeah, Miajayc, all them niggas. Shit. A lot of local niggas, you know what I'm saying? Couple niggas I know and shit too. Niggas hard and shit.
Okay. All right, so if it wasn't rap, what do you feel like you would be doing?
Shit.
Like if you really had to be like, all right, fuck it ain't finna be rap. I'm finna lock in with this shit. What's that be?
Shit. If it wanna be rap right now, what I be doing? I ain't gonna lie. Probably be back playing football for real. Like, if I seen like I couldn't do this rap shit, probably want to try to get back in school or some shit like that. For real.
All right, so talk to me about GLB. Who are y'all? When did it start? How did that come together?
Shit, GLB started a little before I was in there and shit. Like, my nigga GLB Lil, he intentionally started, him and K Cash, they brothers and shit, you know what I'm saying? They had started that shit back in high school and shit. And my niggas went to high school with them. I ain't go to school with them, but I knew them, you know what I'm saying, from my niggas and shit. They was, you know what I'm saying, all in that shit too already at that time. But I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, that shit. I was just, you know what I'm saying, nigga from the Jets. I just knew them, fucked with them hard and shit. Then like 2018, if I'm saying 19, I started hanging with them niggas more and shit, if I'm saying. And shit, that shit just came about. But like they was already my niggas and shit. I'm saying, for real. And then they was already rapping too. I wasn't rapping still, you know what I'm saying? They was still rapping and shit. Damn, shit. A couple years, like 2-3 years ago, I'm like, fuck it, I'm about to start rapping and shit. Shit, came about for real. But I already knew all them niggas and shit. ITG too. It's really all the same shit.
Okay. All right. So, like with you working with JC and like he on fire right now. Like he going crazy
Going
with shit.
crazy for sure.
And how is it working with him? Do you ever try to like do you ever get motivation from him, or how is that relationship?
All day. Cause being with JC, you being around a lot of motherfuckers, what I'm saying, big motherfuckers, what I'm saying. In the city, I'm saying, a lot of big motherfuckers in the city, I'm saying. So I be in the stew, I'm saying, with a lot of big rappers, just seeing them do what they do, I'm saying, and taking shit from them, I'm saying, and motivate me more and shit, for real.
Okay. All right, so let's get to your music, cause you done drop some hard shit, but it's been kind of far in a little bit far in between.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your process like when you making music, or like how do you decide what to drop?
I ain't gonna lie, shit. It really be the way I'm feeling, cause when I feel like I'm gonna go to the studio by myself, I'm saying, just me. Then I'm feeling like I wanna go with my niggas and shit. Go with my niggas to get high and shit and that bitch. I go with myself, get high though. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But when I wanna drop, really just be going through that shit, letting my niggas hear that shit, everybody in the hood and shit. That's how I really be determining shit. Now though, with JC, if I'm saying, being my manager and shit, I send, if I'm saying, we go through that shit. We decide the shit, we decide what you sound on the drop.
Okay. All right, so when can we expect some new music?
Shit. The beginning of this month, if I'm saying, the month about to come up, August.
Okay.
About to drop some shit.
All right, and what's your plans coming up? Are you planning on dropping a project, single after single? What's the plan?
Right now, single after single, if I'm saying, I want to get more consistent. Dropping,
Okay.
if I'm saying, solos, if I'm saying, and I want to start dropping more shit with my niggas. But it's about to be single after single. Then I get, if I'm saying, a little more buzz and become project or some shit. But right now, I want to single after single.
Okay. All right, and so how would you describe your music?
I ain't gonna lie, my music, shit, getting money, if I'm saying, like, the struggle, pain, put all that shit on one, if I'm saying, for real, that's all I be doing. What I went through and shit. I really be telling stories, if I'm saying, I be going through and shit.
Okay. All right, and out of everything you done dropped so far, if it's somebody who ain't never heard your music, what's the first song you send to them?
Released or unreleased?
Released. Because I'm gonna put it in the description so everybody who see this can go. That's what the first thing they gonna listen to.
Release, I'm dropping. I'm sending them that Can't Wait or that Breakout.
Okay. All right, bet. So I appreciate you for the interview, bro. Anything you want to leave with the people before we get up out of here?
Shit, man. Go fuck with me. GLB Lil Cash. Out on everything. Go fuck with my niggas.